Howdy folks, welcome back to 50 Nautical Mile Arc. We have kind of a fun one for you today. This is the VSKYLABS Micro-Hopper. And it's an inexpensive aircraft. It's $8.50. It's just a fun little aircraft that I got because I wanted something that I could sightsee with at night pretty much. Even though it's daytime right now, I know. But I just wanted something where I could fly around an urban area or rural area, middle of the night, do some sightseeing, some like close-up VFR stuff. And this will provide that because when you're inside, your views, as you can see, which I created these, you can look anywhere and there's no obstruction, especially that one. So, kind of a cool thing. This is X-Plane 11 version. Now I have my sim volume turned down because there's this like weird popping sound that keeps happening every couple seconds. And I'm not sure what that is. It has to do with the aircraft though, because other aircraft don't do it. So let's have a look around here quickly before we take off. So just a fun little ultralight experimental aircraft. You can read all about this on the website if you want to. Again, it's VSKYLABS, but this is intended to be like a single pilot bush plane where they do bush operations. So little room for cargo in the back. Single seater. If you look at the ends of the wings here, we actually have skids on the wings. And the point of that is so you can pretty much run into stuff. That's why. So you can run into stuff and you'll be fine. Tight areas. Cute little engine on top. Looks like a lawnmower engine or something. I'm not sure. Not a real aircraft though. What else is going on back here? Some kind of trim thing or something. So anyway, so that's what it looks like on the outside. Super simple, super cool, super fun. If you hop inside, you can see that's pretty simple, but we have some important things. We have our GPS, which you can pop in and out and operate. And we have this phone, this iPhone looking thing, that actually looks like my iPhone, because I have a 5C that's yellow in a clear case. That's exactly what this looks like. If you push on it, it changes your perspective. Actually, let's go back here. And you can kind of see. So it kind of changes your field of view. But then it's even easier to see more stuff. So that's what that's for. If we come down here, we have our regular gauges that you have in every aircraft. And then we have our starting and stuff down here. And have to take a fuel. And a parking brake. So I'm going to turn up the sim sound now. And you're going to hear this popping sound. I apologize. I don't know what it is. I'll let VSKYLABS know that that's happening. If I can't fix it myself. Oh, it stopped. Oh, there's back. Okay. Anyway, so if we come down here, fuel switch, battery, ignition, fuel pump, and turn it on. There we go. And I no longer hear that popping sound. So I think I can turn the fuel pump off probably. And the ignition. No, ignition stays on. Okay. Ignition stays on. I guess that's like turning the ignition in your car, but then there's also a key. Anyway, very simple. I assume the fuel gauge works. Actually, let's test that out. Let's go to weight and balance, and let's take away some fuel. Actually, let's give it more fuel. Let's see if that thing gets up higher. And let's see. And it moves. Okay, good. So that's accurate. That's nice to know. What else is there to do? We're just going to fly around, I guess, and see how this works and how it looks. So let's hop outside, and the runway, this is War Road, Minnesota, by the way. This is the very first airport that I modeled. And the reason why I picked this airport is so that we can, so that we can look at rural areas and city areas and water, and clouds, and cloud shadows, and everything all in one go. That's why we're doing it like this, and this is why we are where we are. So we're not in a bush operation type place. Is that going to go? Okay, so it takes a lot of throttle to get it going, and then it just takes off once it does. Alright, we're just going to do a very short taxi. I didn't see any lights in here, did you? I don't see any lights at all. Let's have a look around here a second. Any lights? No. Nothing. Whoop. I changed my controls yet again. No lights. Okay. Never mind. Let's stay inside while we taxi. So yeah, a lot of throttle get going, and then it really goes on you. So anyway, if you're not familiar with VSKYLABS, they have very inexpensive aircraft, but they're decent quality. So they are payware worthy. They certainly are. But you know, they're not study aircraft, and the textures aren't the best or anything, but they're definitely worth the money. This aircraft was $8.50. I think you can get some pretty serious aircraft for like $10 or $12 or something. So nothing too crazy expensive, and then it's just something to play with, something to fly around with. If you've never had payware before, maybe you want to try something payware, just a little step above freeware stuff. VSKYLABS is the way to go. And we're just going to take off. Here we go. Now, it does fly like a tail dragger, I read. Oh, yeah, it does. It leans forward. And where's our airspeed? Okay, it's just going to go on its own. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right, there's no turn coordinator or anything, so we just have to figure it all out on our own, I guess. At least I don't see a turn coordinator down there. Let's stop those wheels from spinning. So I noticed when we move, the phone moves a little bit. That's super cool. Alright, well, let's see if we look down. There we go. See, this is why I got this aircraft. So we can look around, and we can get lower and higher. We can check stuff out. So let's do that right now. Let's dive down. Dive down all steep-like. And we'll get a good look at some stuff on the ground. Actually, let's go to these trees so we actually have something to look at. Try to see here. Okay, we should probably bring back throttle then. There's no indication of what's safe for safe operation. Okay, the trim wheel is working. That must just be an X-plane thing. Oh, we do have an attitude indicator on the phone. Check that out. Man, my 39-year-old eyes did not see that. Okay, well, that's awesome. So yeah, if you look at the phone, we have an attitude indicator right there. Wasn't that awesome? Very cool. Alrighty. So anyway, this is why I got this aircraft, because I didn't have anything that was this type of VFR, where you can go low, slow, or fast, or maneuver quickly. Essentially, I was missing the trike in FSX, those little trike things, but I didn't want a trike. In fact, VSKYLABS has a trike if you want to get one, but I didn't want another trike because I had that for years in FSX. I wanted something totally different, but similar, and this is exactly it. And this is very fun. Alright. Having a hard time. Whoa, okay, that was weird. Did you see how it suddenly went to the right? I'm not sure what that was all about. Alright, let's get some speed back in there and climb a little bit. Maybe it's because my airspeed was in the red, it was acting funny. I guess that could be. Let's head towards the City of War Road. So let's get some altitude here. Let's see, can we climb steeply? I'm fixated on the iPhone now that I found that it has an important gauge. Oh yes, we're climbing nicely. We're climbing what here? 600, 700, 800 feet per minute, and we're holding 50 miles, or I assume that's knots. That could be miles per hour, I guess. Oh yeah, we're climbing very well, and we're keeping our speed in the yellow, so we're doing a great job keeping our speed, even when I go really steep. And I love how the phone on that flexible conduit moves as we change. So if we have like a lot of motion, see how the phone moves with us? That is so cool. That is really, really neat. This is very easy, very stable. Still have my shadows on. I refuse to turn off my shadows, and I refuse to turn down real world elements, or world detail, I guess it's called, any lower. I wish I could have it up one notch, then all those empty fields would be filled in with autogen, but then the frame rates suffer tremendously, so we're just gonna live with it like this. But it populates enough. We're gonna go over the warehouse district area of War Road, cross the river, and then we'll be downtown. Let's have some outside views, although the whole point of this aircraft is so that I wouldn't have to do many outside views. I'm going to take some screenshots quickly here. I don't want to worry about outside views. I guess we're just going to follow the train tracks a little bit. Then we'll turn around, make a night, and have another look. I think you have a preset for back here. Yep. Watch out for those trees. Alright, let's get a little bit of altitude here. Let's start making it night. You can go Shift L to make it night very quickly. I think of it as L means late. That's how I remember it. And then K will make it a little bit lighter. These are GPS lights up and our attitude indicator lights up. Nothing else seems to though. So if there are lights, I'm going to have to check because now I can't see anything really. I guess we have airspeed and stuff. Here we go. There's our airport. So we still have airspeed, attitude, and altitude, I guess. And our GPS acts as a compass as well. So I guess you pretty much have everything covered just in those two. I think we might have to switch to Minneapolis to get more of a nighttime view here. Alright, let's make it day and let's head to the airport. And then we'll try a different location. Alright, so looks like our landing speed is about 30 I guess, between 30 and 40. So we'll see how this goes. Now we do have, you know, a rear wheel, so it's going to land like a tail dragger. You don't want to land on that rear wheel, obviously. That'd be horrible. And my tail dragging skills are not very good. That band of green is so narrow. So small. 10 miles an hour. Or knots, I would guess. Well, let's watch where we're going. Oh, wait. That beeping must be for the markers, maybe. If we can switch. No, that didn't change. Huh, that must be for the markers. But why would I be tuned to these radios unless this is purely coincidence? Okay, here we go. We're coming away too fast, it says. Let's see how this goes. Alright. We're just going to try to set it down somehow. It's a tail dragger though, so we don't want to put anything on the back. And, oh, we didn't bounce. We landed. Hey. Nice. Brakes. Whoa. Oops. Oh. Ha 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 ha. I just tapped the brake. Yeah, we flipped over. Oh dear. Let's watch a replay of that. Alright, so we're coming in. And, let's see what happened. Alright, here we go. So I started to flare, then I remembered not to flare. Okay, we didn't bounce. It was a crappy landing, but we didn't bounce. And I'm like, I tapped the brake. I just tapped the brake. And I flipped over. Because if you think about it... Actually, let's go back to real time. If you think about it... let's see here. No, let's go... There we go. If you think about it, if you're in a bush flying setting and you land, you're going to want to have to stop in a very short distance. So if you can't tap your brakes, then you're going to have some problems. And that's just hold regular. That wasn't even hard braking. So let's reload the aircraft and head to Minneapolis, where we have more to look at and see what happens. Alright, we're back. We're in Minneapolis. It's about to be dusk, we're going to just kind of skedaddle across the airport, KMSP, enjoy our amazing frame rates, and head over here to where there's far more stuff going on, and see if we can get some nice night lighting without having to turn up all of our scenery. So that would kill our frame rates. You can see off in the distance 494 with all the hotels in Bloomington. Alright, let's make a nighttime, see if we have anything to look at here. There we go. That's a little better. Look into people's yards. The seats are in the way though. There we go. So nighttime in X-Plane. Head towards downtown. Nighttime in X-Plane is so wonderful. But in a regular aircraft it's hard to do VFR stuff. So we're just going to kind of fly down the freeway a little bit here too. So there's 62. So even though I got this to do like nighttime VFR stuff, I've had a thought that this would actually work better if I actually use it what it's for, which would be like bush flying in rural, middle of nowhere areas. Because in that way, you can go through the woods and things. That looks pretty awesome, I must say. It's kind of hard to fly sideways. Look at that, like the awnings on the buildings down there. Isn't that awesome? Let's just circle this, I guess, since we are anyway. I also love in X-Plane how, let me see, there we go. I love how building density is mapped correctly. So like, even though this is auto-gen, these types of buildings based on height and density are here. So if you drove down these roads, you would see buildings exactly like this on that block. Is that awesome? Because see, outside, you can't even see the plane, so it's kind of pointless to do stuff outside. Plus it's hard to fly, especially when you're low to the ground like this. It's kind of dangerous. Oh, that is a cool shot there, though. I meant below us. Oh, more gas stations lit up. 394 going out that way. And then we are downtown. The tallest buildings aren't lit up like they normally are. Although they've been reducing the time that they're lit up in real life anyway to save energy. But, this is downtown, so this is what downtown looks like, because it's freeware. This is not auto-gen. IDS is in there. Target building is in there. I used to know the names of every single one of these buildings, and for the life of me, I can't remember half of them anymore. There we go. How fun is that? Alright, if we do this right, we can actually fly to Kane. Oh, there it is over there. We can fly to Kane, which is an airport I modeled. It was my biggest project of airport modeling. It's quite a jaunt though, so we'll make it cut in a minute. I just wanted to look at this again at nighttime. So the funny thing about flying aircraft like this that are so slow is sometimes it feels like it'd be faster to drive. But this aircraft is meant to be in places where you can't drive, so that would have a lot to do with it. But now you can kind of see down on the city streets. That's super cool. And whoopsie, we know what happens when I sightsee during approaches. We get thrown off. Alright, I got the flashlight out because I'm looking to see if there are any light controls in this, and I don't see any at all. So, I don't know. We're going to have to live without lights, I guess. I'm just looking for something so I can see something. This is going to be really hard to land crossing over Highway 10. It used to be 118 when I was a kid. Now it's US 10. So it's going to be hard to land because I can't see the tires or anything. So I don't know where the ground is. So we're probably going to crash. But I'll try. Now what confuses me is if this is supposed to be flown in tight situations, how in the world are you supposed to stop quickly without flipping over? That's what I'm wondering. I just tapped those brakes and I flipped over. So, not sure how that's supposed to work. Let's at least get to the runway. No PAPI on the north-south runway, but there are PAPI on the east-west runway. Alright, here we go. Nope. Hold it off. We're going way too fast. Let's just hold it off here. This is very difficult when you can't see your wheels or anything. Okay, we're in the green. Let's see here. There we go. That was smooth. Now how do we stop? I'm tapping the brake. I'm pumping the brakes. Okay, I'm holding the yoke all the way back. There we go. I was holding the yoke all the way back and pumping the brakes. And, still took a while to stop. I think. Yeah, it did. Still took us a long ways. Should we taxi in the dark? I guess we can taxi in the dark. Now let's make a light. Can't see a darn thing. There we go. Come on. Come on. Takes a lot of throttle to get it going. And then once you're going, it goes really fast. You gotta be careful. Let's just get out of the way here. Whoa, see? Stop. Oh boy. That is really difficult to stop without flipping over. Let's get out of the way here. There we go. Set the parking brake. Come down here and just turn everything off, including the ignition and the battery and the GPS. Off ignition. There we go. Nope. Down. There we go. Alright, y'all, we hear that sound again. Hear that? One more time. See? So I'm going to mute the sim sound right now for you. Okay, I'll just listen to that clicking sound all by myself. So, ooh, look at that sunset. Oh my goodness. That is very cool. So, fun first impression. Is it worth $8.50? Maybe, I guess. That honestly wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be way more thrilling, but, you know, I guess I could just sit in the Cessna and do my VFR that way in a Cessna and just pop all the aircraft. So like I said twice already, my point was to get something that I could sit in the aircraft and do VFR flying, especially at night. It's okay. The modeling seems to be great. The control is fine if you're paying attention to what you're doing. I do not like that braking though. Just tapping the brake, I flipped forward, so I had to pump the brakes, which took a long time to stop. So like I said, if you're really flying in a bush flight situation, you're going to want to be able to stop very quickly and not worry about flipping over. I do know in real life you can flip over too and stuff, but other than that, it's fine. It is a little better than freeware. So there's that. Updates will be free for the life of this thing. So as things progress, updates will be free. I guess maybe next time I should take it out in a bush flying situation in tight operations and see if I can land on a dirt runway that's really, really short and not flip over. And make use of those skids too. That'd be kind of fun. Like I said, I didn't see any lighting at all. I don't even see lights modeled anywhere. What's that up there? Nope. Yeah, I don't see lights or anything. So that's kind of a bummer. But I guess if you're flying in a bush flying situation, in the middle of nowhere, the ground won't be lit up anyway. So you need to fly in daytime. I guess you wouldn't really fly at nighttime anyway. So I don't know. I'm still looking to see if there's something that resembles lighting, and I see nothing. So those are my impressions of this thing. I did read the description before I started, though, so I wanted to have some education on this before I hopped in it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. That was actually way longer the video than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Time went fast for me. Hopefully time went fast for you. Would I recommend this? Yes, I would recommend this airplane. It's a fun little thing to take out from time to time. Will you see more videos of it? I can't say for sure. But let's just enjoy that reflection of the sunset on the wing. And with that, I'll catch you on the next one.